You seem to have a penchant for dark and traumatized characters. What do you do to prepare for a psychologically challenging role?
You know, you go a little bit crazy. You get a license to do that as an actor. You know, we're lucky to do what we do, to tell stories. To me, you better bust your ass, you know, to achieve that, to make it worthwhile for an audience to go pay their money and watch the film.
Right. So from Trent Reznor to Dick Chainer.
Trevor Reznor. Okay. Our 4 minutes are going to be done talking about whether it's Trevor or Trent,
yeah.
Isn't it?
What was it like losing and gaining weight for those roles?
Oh, gaining weight, much more fun, but probably not as good for your heart. Losing weight, lots of difficulty, but you get the fun of gaining it afterwards. So it all ends up, it just depends if you have fun at the beginning or fun at the end.
As an actor, when do you know that a movie that you're making might become a classic?
Ooh, that's an interesting question. I don't know that I would ever have a grasp on knowing that at all. I think it takes years to understand that, doesn't it? I don't think anybody recognises a classic instantly. Do they? Unless they've got amazing perception. You know, they are fortune tellers, aren't they? Yeah, certainly I don't have that ability. I can tell when something's going well. I can tell when something's going in the right direction, and I can certainly tell when something's going in the wrong direction as well. Yeah.
What was the most challenging aspect of making this film?
I loved the challenging aspects of this film. Filming in the intense heat of the New Mexico summer, in our woolen uniforms that the cavalry would have worn. We shot chronologically, which is not a challenge, that's excellent, but you see us getting skinnier throughout. Learning Cheyenne, but which was a real pleasure because I got to become acquainted and become friends with Chief Phillip, who's the chief of the Northern Cheyenne, and understanding Cheyenne culture. But really getting into the mindset of a man who's been so isolated and is so bigoted and so full of hatred, who then, in a very gradual way, has to learn how to stop that hatred and stop that fighting. I think that's something very relevant for the world that we're in today.
Would you ever consider another superhero role, even if it wasn't Batman?
I don't know that anybody would consider me as another superhero role other than Batman, right? I think that'd be a little tricky to double up.
Right.
I would probably do it if Chris Nolan said, all right, he's got another story for a fourth one. But we always said 3 would be the limit.